you are looking for a way to meet and gather with people in the church, have a fabulous meal, and maybe even learn something new, then I cordially invite you to join us at our upcoming Wesley Dinner Club. For this month's program on May 15th, Pastor Charlie will be in conversation with our own Gay Foot, who for many years now has been living into her calling to share God's love with our local LGBTQ community. Come and hear some of the stories that she's heard and the lessons that she's learned along the way. Her experience is quite inspiring. And let's not forget about dinner. Dinners are catered by Darlene and are $10 per person with an RSVP. This month's meal is chicken cacciatore. RSVP now for the upcoming Wesley Dinner Club. It's Thursday, May 15th, with dinner beginning at 5 p.m. and our program beginning around 6 p.m. We do need a head count beforehand, so please RSVP by emailing rsvp@mumconline.com, by visiting mumconline.com/sign up, or by calling the church office. Now, I mentioned last week that the sign up is open to register children for VBS, and we will also be needing some youth and adult volunteers to help with that special week. If you'd like to serve at VBS, help is needed with games, food, science, crafts, lessons, and more. VBS is 9 a.m. to noon, and you can sign up now by visiting mumconline.com/VBS. And if you want to sign up for VBS and you have not yet had this year's Child and Youth Protection Training, you'll need to sign up for one of our upcoming trainings. What is this training? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Since 1996, the General Conference of the United Methodist Church has mandated that each local congregation have a Child and Youth Protection policy. And at Memorial, we host yearly trainings to keep us all in the know about tools and procedures we should be aware of to help protect the youth and children who participate in the life of the congregation. Now, this training is for anyone who volunteers or works alongside our youth and children at Memorial. Even the staff takes this training. So if you would like to volunteer at VBS and have not taken the training this year, there are 2 times in this coming week you can do just that. On Monday, May 19th at 6 p.m. via Zoom, and on Tuesday, May 20th at noon over Zoom. You can take it over your lunch hour. Please RSVP to children@mumconline.com so that you can receive the Zoom link. And if you have any questions, please see Sarah Baldwin or Katie Greenwell. This week, Bishop Berlin sent out a video encouraging all churches in the Florida Conference to get involved in the Buckets of Hope Challenge. It's been posted on our Facebook group and our e-news if you want to see it. This is a conference-wide challenge sponsored by the Creation Care team in Florida, and it's such an important endeavor that we made it our May hands-on mission to fill 203 flood buckets in honor of Memorial's 203rd birthday. And these buckets will be used here in Florida to help our friends and neighbors should a hurricane strike. Together, all of the churches in the conference are challenged to fill 5,000 buckets for hurricane season. Now, we will be filling our 203 flood buckets at Memorial Day at Memorial, right after our one worship service at 10 a.m., which I hope you all are planning to attend. So until then, what you can do, you can help us get these supplies for our flood buckets. And we've made it easy for everyone to help with our supplies, even our digital congregation. First, you can order some supplies directly from our Amazon wish list. We've laid out the very specific items needed for the buckets, and you can buy them there in large or small quantities and have them sent directly to the church. You can find the link to the Amazon list through the QR code on flyers in the worship spaces or by visiting mumconline.com/mission. Or you can give a donation to help our missions team buy some of the items needed. Visit mumconline.com/give and select UMCOR Appeals, or write a check to Memorial with UMCOR Appeals in the memo. And there is one item that is very specific that we can't seem to find on Amazon, but is readily available at our local Dollar Tree. And it's small bottles of detergent like this, but they must be between 32 or 64 ounces, anywhere between those 2 sizes. This is an item that you can buy and then bring in, place them in the containers in the worship spaces or in the Parton Center. Okay, friends, you've heard the challenge. We know how devastating hurricane season can be, and we want to help our neighbors. So let's join in together, gather these items so that we can do our part alongside the conference in the Buckets of Hope Challenge. If you missed any of that information, it's all on flyers in the worship spaces, or you can visit mumconline.com/mission. Having fellowship and growing through the Wesley Dinner Club, learning about ways that we can keep our children and youth safe on campus and at VBS, and supporting our neighbors alongside our conference with the Buckets of Hope Challenge. These are just 3 things that you can do to live your calling through Memorial.